What's going on, guys? I didn't talk about Call of Duty, at least the multiplayer and everything, as if I touched on it, it was very little. But I didn't really go in depth because, well, I didn't play a whole lot of it. I played a little bit of the beta, which wasn't enough for me to really form an opinion, because betas are not always great. The only one that really blew me away for the most part was obviously Monster Hunter that I talked about the other day. And the reason why I didn't talk about multiplayer or zombies, because I really didn't sink my teeth into it. Now, like they said, round-based zombies, it's all back. There's some things that I would critique, but I won't say ruin the game. It's actually, I don't know, innovative compared to what it was back when I played. It's a little bit more difficult, but I'm still having fun with it. But to go ahead and start you off with a nice little thing, I actually like the multiplayer really well for the most part. When I fire guns and they hit, depending on the situation, I mean, they feel like they're impacting. They definitely get the hit markers. It feels like they're actually, popping shots. It doesn't just feel like I'm just holding the trigger and trying to count the seconds I'm shooting and hope that, somebody dies. Another thing that it's missing, which I'm going to give it time. This is not me critiquing it. I hope Sticks and Stones comes back. That was my favorite gun game. I have to say, Black Ops just overall has the best, different types of game modes. They've always had really good game modes. And if Modern Warfare 3 is anything to go by, Gunfight's already back, doing pretty good. I don't like it as much as I did Modern Warfare 2. 2 had the best gunfight to me. And another thing is, overall, the game modes, like I said, when we get a return to form back, with more updates, I'm sure they're going to have some good ones. I'm really hoping on this one. This is not me. I hope I put my foot in my mouth. And Infected. I don't know why, but I find it more fun. It's just fantastic. Getting little zombies to help you the whole time. The only thing I don't like is you glowing as a zombie. Kind of just, I don't know. It makes it a little too easy for, the survivors. But at the same time, that's a creative difference that I just don't like personally. But I still play it. Still enjoy it. And all the weapons they give you, even though they're not the same weapons, which I don't remember any other Infected giving two different players different guns. But we've run into that. Obviously, they're doing it. I think it's like 3 different guns. And it just kind of puts some people at a disadvantage if you're not really good with like 30 rounds. Other ones get 60, 70 rounds. And then you got the extreme heavy, which puts you at an extreme advantage. So that's one thing I will say actually puts it in the positive to me. All the, actual non-infected, whatnot, the survivors actually have a chance. The other infecteds I've played, you hardly ever had a chance. Now, when I play infected now, if I become infected, there's a chance I'm going to lose. And when I'm not infected as a survivor, I've actually won games. Been on the winner's side, good setups. I don't know why. It just feels different. It feels like you're actually able to succeed. While infected on, I say, Modern Warfare 3, when I played it, it was literally just like, I'm going to survive as long as I can until we all turn into zombies, and then we all win. Now, I still have the same critique. The weapon level up just feels like it takes forever. I don't know why. Maybe because they have it based off the prestige system. So, like, every time you prestige, and once you get your gun back and re-unlock it, unless you use your unlock token for that, it seems like they have it set up to take that long. Maybe I'm missing something. Because I'm I think mid 40s, almost 50. So I'm almost at the cap to prestige, and I don't have one damn gun max level. While using it in zombies has helped out tremendously, it still hasn't reached the max level. Now I don't know if the particular gun I have is just that high of a level, but I don't like it because I just, don't get me wrong, I've been definitely been taken care of with Modern Warfare 3 as far as their level up system, because it's just faster and it's nothing to take away from it. Maybe I'm missing something and it's just me. Things happen that I misunderstand. I'm sure I'm stupid most of the time. Now to talk about zombies. Zombies is, well, it was a learning curve to have to get back into it, because I haven't played zombies in, I think it was Transit. I believe that's what the map was, the one with the bus. And we got pretty good at it. I'm not going to lie. We were able to run through the cloud instead of actually using the bus. We stopped using the bus because we would do our own thing. We would try to, beat the map. We never did. We always literally played to see what's the highest level we could get to. We never played to actually beat said map. There's always been At least I think in Black Ops and going forward. I'm not sure about every single zombie map, so forgive me if I don't know the entire lore or the story or how to beat it. To try to see how, far we could go. That was literally all it was for. It had nothing to do with completing the stories and stuff like that. So it was just rounds. We just want to see. And I have to say, in this one, obviously, Pack-a-Punch and stuff, the maps feel smaller. Or at least the first one. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now, so I apologize. But the one that is in the daytime, all that, it feels like it's a little smaller than the usual maps. Not saying that's a bad thing. It's still real hectic, especially being small. Feels like it's just so overwhelming at times. And I'm having trouble bottlenecking a lot of zombies. Usually in the older ones, it felt like nothing would really spawn behind me, and you could actually bottleneck them and they wouldn't despawn. You can just pretty much drop all the ones in front of you if you can line them up. That usually was easier to me. Now, given they may have taken a little bit of creative liberties, changing a few things, this, that, and the other. I'm not mad about it. I'm just getting my feet in the pool, basically, tiptoeing a little bit. So I'm getting used to the fact that I haven't done round-based in a while. I didn't like the DMZ style zombies. It just wasn't for me. But getting the Pack-a-Punch back the way it used to be, getting the mystery box the way it used to be, all this stuff is really good to come back to. And the absolute chaos that ensues with the people I play with. It's nonstop screaming, yelling, blaming, I don't lag or bullshit, whatever you want to call it. All that from pretty much just me without them at the moment. They do their own screaming and yelling and cussing and all that, blaming everything. And we're still getting the hang of it. Now, here's the funny thing, real quick. There's a buddy of one of my buddies. They work together, and he's one of those guys going, yeah, I picked up Call of Duty. I'm not that good at it. And he'll drop 74 to 80 kills. First game that he played. And then he keeps a consistent 3.0 to 4.0. He plays on PC. I don't see anything showing he cheats. And I have to say, the dude's a beast. Now, when it comes to zombies, I usually have more kills than most of the players that I play with. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. Just means I'm good at killing the zombies. As far as doing all the other stuff, keeping people alive, picking people up, I'm an idiot. I stay in the danger, and I barely get out with the, by the skin of my teeth. But I'll also say this. Something is super underrated. Pack-a-punch your knife. Pack-a-punch it. Get it to tier 3. Telling you. It will save you. That right there can save you out of small little bumps. If you're about to run out of ammo, you're low, there's too many people in front of you, you got to cut through a few people, and you just can't really make it. That knife literally blow them the fuck up. It is amazing. I'm not going to lie, it was really cool to be able to see if you can pack-a-punch it, because I don't use the melee that much, because I think it's weird holding the R3 and pulling it out. But, it's kind of growing on me a little bit. And I got to say, it makes you run faster too, so you don't have your weapons out and stuff. It's actually pretty useful. And that is something I'm waiting to see in the new Warzone. If, once they integrate that all into the Black Ops stuff, I'm ready to see people using melee weapons to outrun and outpace everybody. Not to mention, I don't know what the perks are going to be, being that, Modern Warfare was a little different. They didn't have the same perks in-game, at least in 3, that they had in Warzone. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same balancing act. If not, just see what comes my way, I guess. Because Warzone's the primary game that I play. I mean, Warzone has, I think, out of my, I want to say a few thousand hours, I have maybe about 60-70% of it is Warzone, a good 20-30% of it is gunfight, and then like the rest was early on camo grinding if I wanted the camo. Not a whole lot of gold. I didn't care about all that. I just liked the real cool ones. And then, trying to level up weapons, getting a few extra levels. Levels just came with the game. I didn't really care about that. But leveling up weapons was my primary thing that I did, so I could at least get everything unlocked, see if I liked the gun. If not, toss it. And usually the new guns were more meta for like at least the first week. So in this one, like I said in Black Ops, there's a lot to come out. So I am merely only talking about the fact that I like the game. It's just a little bare bones at the moment, which I completely chalk up the fact that it's still fresh, while still having enough game modes to play for a few hours every day that I play with my buddies. So like I said, it's pretty enjoyable so far. The only downside I have at the moment is getting the Omni movement down from diving, because I'm used to either you're going to slide forward or you're going to go straight down to the ground. Now everybody's diving, and I know I don't know if you can keybind it, which I think, like I said, that buddy of a buddy was saying he could keybind it to where he wouldn't leap, that he could actually just go straight down. And I hope that's not the case, because then I'm going to have to cut my crossplay off, because that means they have an advantage over me. Which, I mean, it's not like the biggest problem. Just cut it off. I'll, play the modes I can play. Sometimes you can't get them, and yeah, that sucks. That does suck. That's going to be a major issue, is not being able to get games, because I don't know if, them at the studios like to dial it down, your connectivity, to be able to connect to people that are not doing, cross-platform. I don't know. I think it's funny that for years everybody wanted to do cross-platform, but I don't think they wanted to do cross-platform to PC. I think it was supposed to be Xbox and PlayStation. But, you pretty much get all of it or none of it. So I think it's funny that we're pretty much biting the bullet on that one. Because I really wanted crossplay so I could have just way more easier lobbies, or quicker lobbies to hook up to, instead of just only wanting to connect to PlayStation. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry I ran it on for so long. I just felt like talking about this today. So that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.